purpose of communication is flow of information. Okay, so why we need to flow the information? Okay, first is we know that in an organization there are many departments are there, and in an organization you have a vision, you have a mission, okay, you have a based you have a particular objectives, and based on that objectives, how they are framing an objectives based on the SWOT analysis part, they are taking strength, weakness, that is opportunity, challenging or threats, okay, and then based on that they are you know uh, making lots of projects. Okay, so what is the basic part is information. Okay, even to create a vision, to create a mission, they need lots of information. How they are getting lots of information from it? First they are collecting lots of data, they will do analysis part, they will interpret it, that finally they will make an information. Okay, so this information should be relevant to the organization. Okay, or like it should flow each and every department in such a way that each person should understand the organization. That is why we call it as here communication is understanding. How the understanding comes when the flow of information plays an important role. Okay, so how this understanding comes is when the particular or relevant information is flowing from top to bottom, or it's like vice versa. Okay, so that flow should be frequently that frequently the flow should be happen. Okay, then only they can have a proper understanding about each and every members. Next is like staff at all levels must be informed about the organizational objectives and other development taking place in the organization. Why? Because see, whenever you keep on giving a feedback, even the feedback is also a kind of information. How that information take place? You are taking the data from the employees. You are giving the information that you have to follow so and so, and this is the organizational objective, and this is how the different ways you need to follow it in such a way that you can achieve the organizational goal, so that when each and every staff member contributes from their end, then they can easily achieve the organizational. Okay, so just imagine that how this information plays a very important role. Okay, and the main important part is if you are not flowing the information, if one person in a particular department are not aware about certain information, then entire organizational work will not go in a smooth good way. Okay, as I told you an example about a manufacturing industry. Okay, there are one department. Just imagine that you have a raw material. This raw material department, if they are not processing it in a proper way to a processing department, then the connection between the two will not work. Then you cannot expect a right output from it. Okay, so as I said, flow of information plays a very important role for each and every department, not only staff members, but also every department. And one more, the information should reach the incumbent in the language he or she can understand better. So who is that incumbent? That is the higher official, the authority who is responsible for this organization to work it in an effective way. Okay, so that comes under a a proper understanding of the higher authority towards the staff members. Okay, then as I said, the language he or she can understand better. Just imagine that I know only one particular German language. Okay, German and English language, but you guys know only English language and Tamil language. Okay, So how you are conveying, you are trying your level best to communicate with me in English such a way that I can understand it in a better. Okay, so just underline this word understand. So what is the main part over here is understanding. How this understanding comes when the communication process go in a perfect way. Okay, so if you're using a difficult word, because just imagine those who knows German, not necessary that they know English very well. Just imagine that you guys are very well, I mean, you are well versed in English, and I'm not good at English. Okay, but when you're using some jargon words to me, okay, just to impress, or like just to show off that yes, I am very good at it. Okay, I am higher than you, just to have that kind of attitude. Then imagine that, will it be a proper understanding between a higher authority and a subordinates? No, right? So the usage of a difficult word should be avoided. When you're avoiding such kind of thing, then the right information will be reaching to the right person at a right time through the right person. Just understand this. The information will be reaching to the right person, okay, at the right time through the right person. Okay, so just imagine that how this information, that is the flow of information, is playing an important role in an organization. Okay, so what is the basic part is a proper understanding. Okay, just imagine that if I am flowing lots of information to you, okay, so you are learning many things from me. Okay, so with that, you can have a proper understanding. If I'm not giving you a proper information, then the communication between you and me will be getting shorter, and the proper understanding will not be encouraged. Okay, next is coordination. Okay, so in this diagram, you can see that there are various subsystems. Here you can see a picture with various pieces of a puzzle. Okay, see, in this, if you can do a detailed analysis about it, you can find that each and every subsystem in a system, that is in an organization, you know that there are various subsystems are available. Okay, and this subsystem will be like strengthening themselves in such a way that in each and every department will have a good communication. So this is how they are strengthening. For example, if I am a IT department member, okay, and I am a IT department student, I have like 10 or 15 students are there, okay, and since I know about IT very well, so I am strengthening it by communicating with these people. So I am strengthening it very well. Okay. So my IT department is too good. Assume that Princey is belongs to say mechanical department. Okay. She and two or three people are again. She know the concept of mechanics. Okay, dynamic mechanics or whatever mechanics she knows. Okay, she's sharing all the information about this, and she's strengthening herself. And there are certain department like Bachelor of Commerce, so they are talking about accounting, financial management kind of thing, and they are strengthening their end. Okay, here HR people. So here HR people having their own way of skill set. So they know how to communicate with each other and how to deal with it, how to deal with the recruitment process, or payroll process kind of thing. So just imagine that each and every department, they are they know how to strengthen their self. Why? Because what is the basic part is communication, because they know their own skill set. So based on that skill set, they are sharing with each other, they are like coordinating with each other. They are called it as a self coordination. Okay, but coming to the main point, when this overall organization communication become an effective enough, when all these subsystems are communicating with each other. Okay, see, in mechanical department, they are giving some work based on mechanics. Okay, and being an IT, I am doing a work based on say coding or software, PHP developer, whatever it may be. Okay, being a commerce student, they are good at accounting, financial management. Okay, so based on this payroll processing or salary related issue, they are handling it. In HR, these people are recruiting it. When they have a proper understanding with each other, with a proper communication, these people, HR peoples, are getting information from mechanical and IT people that there is a shortage of people in our department. Okay, so they are coordinating. They are just checking like how many vacancies are available. Okay, and when they are doing some recruitment process, when they're allotting a salary, they're sending all the information to the accounts department or financial department. So these people will maintain a Excel sheet for payroll processing. Just imagine that how this communication is taking place. Okay, one is giving information. We know that all the people from their own subset or from their own department are strengthening because they are same at their skill set. Same to you also, guys. See, each and every people are different in their department wise, so that's the reason I have asked you, like, you are from which department. Okay, so when you guys are meeting with each of your friends with same department or like same perception, same thinking, okay, in that case you guys will have a proper understanding. But after that, if any event comes, then each and every people will comes and gather together, and when you are coordinating with each other, how you will coordinate? Without communication you cannot coordinate it properly. So once you started communicating it, then coordination automatically comes. Okay, so that is what it has been written here. It is through communication the efforts of all the staff working in the organization can be coordinated for the accomplishment of the organizational goal. So how this organizational goal take place? Only when you communicate with each other. So when you communicate, you will start understanding. Okay, see, the communication is the main tools for developing your managerial skill and also to do a management in an organization. You might have learned about planning, organizing, staffing, controlling kind of things starting from your 10th and 12th and all. Okay, even the basic of this management skill is communication. Okay, then next we have learning management skills. So this is what I was about to say. See, now you will say like how we can learn the management skill. Do you want us to talk with the management often? Is this the way we learn our management skill? See, not necessary when you talk, because as I mentioned that communication not only comes under like verbal, it comes under non-verbal also. Okay, how you are working in an organization, when a manager is giving you some ideas or information or ask you to do certain work. Okay, so when you do that work, you will gain lots of experience. Okay, like the sender is giving some message to the concerned person, the receiver is receiving it, then they are analyzing it, how this work has been happened. So you are talking, you are watching, you are analyzing it, and you are understanding it. Okay, so that is the reason, like in the first class I told you, it is like intrapersonal communication skill. You are analyzing it in your brain, like how it is happening. I mean, can we do like this? Can we do like that? Okay, this is what the instruction is. This is what the order is. So based on this instruction or the based on this order, can we follow this? So if I followed it, okay, so output, see here, you are getting the input, process, output, you are getting the feedback. Even in the management also, they will give you the input, they will ask you to process it, do it like this, they will give you lots of ideas, they will create or stimulate lots of belief on you that you can do it, they will give you lots of ways to do overall process. Then finally when you are getting an output, who is going to give you the feedback? The management. Okay, so just imagine that for this process also communication plays an important role. First time the management will give you lots of instruction. Second time, if you are doing any error in the form of a feedback, you will you will get the information, you will do the same process. But at one point of view, without any instruction, you know that what is your job is all about. Okay, so just relate the communication part and your processing part, okay, how it is related with each other. Okay, and then finally you are learning your management skill, how you're managing the overall working part. A simple example is cooking. Okay, so those who are like beginners of cooking part, so they really don't know what to do. So your mother is your one who is guiding you each and every time, like put this ingredient, put this, that, okay, and cook it, what is the final output, you are getting it, then she is helping you to do it again and again. Okay, but at one point of time your mother cannot help you, so you yourself know how to manage it, the overall process. So what is the basic part? The communication between you and your mom. Okay, and later on you understood the overall process. Okay, so without help you have stored all the database which has been uh, the information which has been given by her. You will create a database in your brain and you will be storing it. Whenever you want something, you can get it from that and you are processing it. Okay, so you are learning a management skill using this communication part. Okay, right. Then preparing people to accept the changes. See, this one, when I was analyzing this process, like preparing people to accept the changes, some people, uh, they will really feel very difficult to accept the change. See, I don't know how many people know about this. Like initially, when the computer has been introduced, when it was introduced, during that time, many people didn't accept it. Okay, because what they thought is if we start using computer, it will be time consuming. Okay, and it will be very difficult for us to manage it because this is a new technology. Okay, and accepting this kind of thing because they were already like convenient, or they already felt comfortable with the previous process, like traditional process. But coming to the modern process, when they start using it, they analyzed it, like yeah, this tool is really helpful for them, then they started using the technology so that it will be very useful for them to useful for them to achieve the organizational goal. So there are here also, like for this also, this communication plays a very important role for accepting these changes. Okay, so just imagine that how this communication is playing a different role in order to accept these changes. So these are the three major part, which is like ethos, pathos, and logos. So if you can see this ethos, okay, so ethos is nothing but your credibility. Okay, uh, all these things are like a part of a persuasion part, like convincing. So communication is the way where it will help you to convince it. When you are saying no, Okay, so the communication is the only technique it will help you to convince the people to accept it, okay, and accept the changes. Okay, let me explain this in a detailed way. Okay, so first is ethos. So ethos is nothing but it is a credibility or the ethical part. So when I say the ethical part, it is about a perception about you. Okay, so how this perception create is when you have a good experience, or like when you are having a good managerial skills. Okay, so not only that, when you have a frequent communicating with a concerned person, you can come to know like whether these person are trustworthy or not. Okay, or can we follow it or not. So when the concerned person talks about a particular technology, then they will check whether the person who is using it, whether he or she is feeling comfortable, whether it is benefit to them. Okay, and what sense it is benefit, giving a benefits. Okay, so how you want to know the credibility of a particular person? Only when you keep on communicating with each other. Okay, if you want to know about me, only if you want to know about my skills. Okay, unless and otherwise if you don't communicate with me, then you don't have a proper understanding, or you cannot know about my credibility. Okay, you guys will just assume that okay, she will be like this only. So the best way to get convinced, or the best way to accept that change is one part, ethos part. Okay, second one is logical. Okay, I mean pathos. Pathos is nothing but it is related with emotions. Okay, so if I am explaining certain concept which is helping you to overcome certain emotions, okay, so in that case this pathos plays a important role. See, again the communication plays an important role in pathos part. Okay, see, some people when they are not understanding, so what I'm doing is I'm putting my leg in your shoes and feeling like whether, like how you're feeling it, because like you're coming at which background. Okay, whether you're what is your understanding level. Okay, what is your UG, what is your where you have done your 10th or 12th, from where, what is your family background, these and that. Okay, and if I am telling you something which is helping you to overcome your pain point. Okay, I'm telling about a pain point, not pinpoint, pain point. If I am trying to removing it using my communication, okay, then I am helping you to accept the changes. Then logos. Logos is nothing but the logic behind it, or some um, concept, logical concept, okay, which is helping you to overcome that. Okay, so how I am doing it is totally related to convince your brain. Then how it will happen is totally based on the communication part. Now, all these three important components mixed together, coming back to this process called preparing people to accept the changes. The people will not accept the changes unless and otherwise if they are not get proper persuasion, or if I'm not convincing them properly in an organization, they will not accept the changes. So how the organization is accepting or making the people to accept the change is by these three important factors. Okay, and the basic of these three important factor is again a communication. So people will not know the credibility, and they will not accept through emotions and through logic without any communication. So unless and otherwise, when they are doing a proper communicating with each other, understanding plus this credibility, emotions and logic combined together, and finally they will prepare, finally they will accept the changes in an organization. Right. Then fifth one is developing good human relations. Sorry. See, in order to make the organization or the enterprises to work smoothly, okay, the relationship between the managers and the workers, okay, it should have a good rapport with each other. If they doesn't have a good rapport, then they cannot develop a good relation with each other. So why they need to have a good human relationship? So as I already told you, to exchange their ideas, thoughts, their perception, and through exchange ideas, and they want to exchange the ideas, thoughts, and perception. Okay, when it happen is when you have a proper communication with each other. So just imagine that there is a employer and employees, okay, and when they don't have a proper if they have a dispute with each other, okay, how they will get resolved it? Only when they have a proper communication with each other. So there are some people, like some people thinks that if I communicate with them, then they will try to bargain more. So for communication between a management and employer, they will just have some particular people they will appoint it, so that on behalf of these people they can talk with each other. Okay, that was a traditional way, but now also some people are following that, but nowadays it is not like that. They just want to have a friendly talk with each other, that is the manager and the workers. Why? Because whenever they have any problem with the working environment, or like when they are not feeling comfortable with that, because that each and every employees are very important in an organization, so they are just like an asset to the organization. So in order to retain it in the organization for a long period of time, they must follow a good human relationship. So how this happen is when they have a proper communication with each other. So unless and otherwise, if they don't have a proper communication, then you cannot expect the organization to work in a smoothful way, and also the attenuation level will be more, because uh, each and every employees, they just want to have a good attachment in an organization whenever or wherever they are working. Okay, and they are feeling a comfortable zone, they just want to have some recognition. So when it will happen is only when they have a good human relationship, that is the relationship between a manager and the worker should have a good relationship, and they can build a good rapport with each other. Okay, so how this happen? Again, the basic foundation is communication. Right. Final one is ideas of subordination. See, here also each and every subordinates have different ideas. Okay, so it is the responsibility of a manager to understand them, okay, and give or assign certain tasks to each and every subordinate in such a way that these people can implement it, or like achieve their task in their own different ways. Okay, so how this happen is these subordinates will uh, you know uh, have certain teams. They just talk with each other, they will have a creative thoughts, okay, they will have a motivation, they will work hard in such a way that they can try to achieve the organization. Same way, like 2 to 3 subordinates or subsystems, as I told you. So these people, when they are doing a teamwork, and when they share their views to their boss, okay, or the higher authority, so if it really goes good, or like with a short period of time, if they're achieving it, then the management will encourage them, okay, encourage the idea, the innovative idea which they have implemented it. So when they are doing like this, then what happened? the communication, it, like, it really goes very well. So have you ever thought that how this ideas has been shared using communication? So when they have a proper communication, then the ideas will be shared and encouraged. So just imagine that why this communication plays an important role. What is the purpose of this communication? So once they are sharing these ideas, okay, their overall attitude, their overall mindset is getting molded in a perfect way. Okay, even each and every staff will feel that they are value enough. So just imagine that what is the basic part of that, the communication, right? So these communication, you may think that it is just sharing ideas, thoughts, which we have already learned in the first one. It is like exchanging the information, ideas or feelings, but we really don't know like where this information comes from. So it is basically comes from a data information and how this has been become a knowledge. Okay, and once it become a knowledge, or sorry, once it become an information, how these are getting flow. Okay, and how these communication is helping the organization to get coordinated, how this communication is helping the people to learn a management skill. Okay, and there are various new technology in the organization keeps on coming, because we know that each and every generation comes and goes by, and technology also get implemented with new technology comes. So some people they may accept the change, but some people it will, it's very difficult for them to accept it. So what is the main tools for them? Again, the communication part. Okay, then you have I told you this concept. Then you have one more thing called developing
Ma'am,
yeah.
ma'am, can you explain the pathos again, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. Which one do you want? Okay, do you want me to explain
Pathos,
egos, pathos, logos? Hello.
pathos, ma'am.
Pathos, okay.
Thank
See,
you.
pathos. All right. So pathos is all about, through heart you are convincing it. Okay, that is, I am understanding your pain point. Pain point means your, that is, there are certain things you are not emotionally attached with the organization. See, you may work in an organization, but sometimes your colleagues are not helping you to resolve certain issues. Okay, so you are emotionally attached with the organization, okay, or like with the colleagues. But when you find that you're not attaching with them, then you are trying to communicate with some people, or like to your higher authority, and you are trying to, I want everyone to please put mute. Pratik Kumar. Yeah. See, pathos, as I said, like when you are emotionally attached with that, okay, when you really wants to tell to your higher authority that, I am really hurt. So you are communicating in that way. But coming to accepting change, because as you know that you are traditionally get attached with that is you are already attached with the traditional way of working. Okay, before coming to the computer part, just a minute. Sir. Yeah, sorry about it. So, as I said, you might be traditional, that is, you might be attached with the traditional way of working. Okay, but when coming to a computer part, when you want to accept the technology one, it is very difficult for you to change from the traditional one to a technological way. Okay, so you are, as I said, emotionally attached means you are attached with that old way of working style. Okay, so when this computer is helping you to overcome certain issues, or like it when it helps you to make your things easy, then you are getting convinced to accept the change. Understand, Benjamin, what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. So we need to communicate with the people so that they can change their mindset.
uh, Accept the changes. Yeah, they can change the mindset, but what is our main part is accept the changes, because you know that it is very difficult for any people to accept any changes occur in an organization. See, suddenly you are well versed in doing an
Yeah, ma'am.
Excel, but what if they are asking you to work in an ERP or SAP, something like that? Then you need to do, or you need to undergo certain training, but you are emotionally attached with that Excel. Okay, but when they ask you to work in this particular technology, then it will be very difficult to accept the changes. But when you are come to know that yes, this is very easy, so you are emotionally get convinced that I'm I can do good in ERP, or I'm good in SAP kind of thing. When you are really doing well, okay, then you will accept the changes. So how it will happen is through communication. The, the information related with SAP or ERP, when you have been given or trained up in such a way that you are well versed in doing that particular process, then you will accept the change. So just imagine what plays an important role: flow of information, and what is the basic part is communication. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
any other doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. And have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, ma'am.
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 So